I think it's still important, regardless of your business model. Internally, we have this term we use called a league, right? So there's a league guest, and sometimes that has a preconceived notion of what that is. And traditional league bowling is still a great product. But really, any type of frequent guest that comes to see you on a frequent basis, I don't care what you call them. I call them a great customer, right?
Right.
So whether they are more traditional in sport, whether they're fun and social, there is a lot of opportunity in this increased demand that we have to build those frequent guests, whether you call it a club, whether it's a social activity, whether it's a league, whatever the nomenclature you use is, doesn't matter. But that league guest is still a very sought after and powerful guest. Because think about it, what other product has the ability to come have somebody see them multiple weeks and pay for that, right? It just doesn't happen. Even your favorite restaurant, you wouldn't want to go 10 or 12 weeks in a row. It would just get old.
Yeah.
But yet we can come up with products and programs that people will come see us 10, 12, 14 in the traditional setting, even 30, 35 weeks.
Right.
And in those traditional settings, guess what? They pay when they don't show up.
Right.
Think about that. Think about your favorite restaurant in the whole world. You're going to pay for 30 weeks in a row, and you're going to give the manager money to hold your table just in case you don't show up. It doesn't happen anyway. It's such a wonderful product. So while we have this resurgence of interest in our game, we should take advantage of that to get people in our more frequent products. We think about this life cycle of a guest, right? From a bowler, and building them from this kind of casual to a frequent to a league guest, understanding that and building along. So the league product is not dead. It's a great product. You just may not be able to package it in a 30 or 35 week bundle anymore.
I see. So a little bit of rebranding, repackaging, and converting people into that more recurring.
Yeah. The beauty of it is if you put people in a 10 or 12 week program and they're having fun, guess what? They're going to want to do it again.
Right.
You're going to get them for another 10 or 12 weeks. If they're having fun, guess what? They're going to do it. So if you ask an infrequent guest, would you come see me for 30 weeks in a row? They probably say, no, I'm not going to commit to that. There's marriages that don't last 30 weeks. How am I going to join a bowling league for 30 weeks? But if I do 3 10 to 8 week sessions, run them concurrently, and then let the guests decide if they're having a good time to roll over. Next thing, they're bowling 28 weeks and they didn't even realize it.
Yeah. And then they just brought 2 friends too, right? Social component.
So the frequency, so taking this momentum that we're seeing in the industry of this resurgence of bowling and people wanting to bowl, and then building that frequency, and you're increasing the guest frequency really is what you're doing. And you're doing this through this product that internally we call.
Yeah. No, I really like that. And a lot of our clients do see a lot of success with the more social leagues, just because it's appealing to a broader base. A lot of people will bowl. Not everyone is competitive in the sport, but lots of people, like we said, it's the most accessible sport. You open it up a little bit more to a person who might not be competitive, but they're happy to go out and hang out with friends, and maybe a little less committal, where it's more as like you said, 12 weeks, and then maybe a rotation of you have a substitute or something like that. I've seen the flexibility helps to promote the attendance as well.
Yeah, and then bundling in some type of a premium item that was that cause to want to stay to the end. We've got a great partnership with Boston Beer on some of those Sam Adams bowling balls and Truly and things of that, or whether it's Go Bowl in America 2.2, where you put in a jersey, or even you do your own program, just whatever it is. So there's that value add that gets bundled into the process, and so it's a premium item. So at the end of 12 weeks, Johnny gets a new bicycle. Or at the end of 12 weeks, somebody is getting a new jersey or something. So those programs are alive, they're well, and they're really starting to see a resurgence.
Yeah, and I've seen that the social ones tend to have more of a food and beverage component as well. So you add that revenue on top. It's definitely a good moneymaker for a center who's willing to make somewhat of a switch for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. The rum bucket leagues, the women with wine, there's lots of different programs you can bundle together for that value add that you can, so it just creates the whole package.